There he is.
I'm
What's
good.
happening, buddy?
Good. I'm going to try to practice that sound and see if I can't mimic that lady's voice.
You're getting closer, pal. I know we've mentioned it a couple of recordings in a row.
Gotcha.
Recording in progress.
Recording
The problem
in
is,
progress.
see, you can do the lady voice better than me. That's not a dig. It's not a dig. But yeah,
Sure it is.
No, when I try to sound like a lady, I end up sounding like a lady boy more than anything, I suppose.
No, I would more apt say that you more or less sound like the, 60-year-old trucker lady that's been smoking all her life.
Yeah, good call. yeah. That's great. Nice one. I like it, man. How you been, buddy? How's your week?
It's not going bad so far. Dude, it's been fucking cooking. Today's been great. Like that temperature came way down.
Yeah, we're recording on the first day, folks, and we had a break from the heat. Nice breeze all day. Little too much for anybody who was working in the air, but yeah, it was much better. The smoke's gone, mostly. Yeah.
Temperature's down by like 17 degrees. Oh, love me.
Yeah, it was a lot better today. I spent a little bit of time on a roof today and yesterday, and it's nice to not have to just walk up there and burst into flames. So
right. We're working on this site that's completely surrounded by trees. So we only get a breeze if the wind blows certain directions.
Right.
And dude, yesterday was fucking just torture.
No breeze at all, dead calm.
Dead calm and just cooking. There wasn't enough water and Gatorade in this world to save it. I gassed out by like 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around, man. Don't feel bad. For sure. Anybody working for a living right now, it's been a heat wave.
Right.
Well, listen, man, welcome back. John and I are in our respective job trailers yet again. Welcome to the IShowerAfterWork podcast. Before we get really into it here, real quick shout out to Jason G. After our last episode where we asked people to comment on their ridiculous, super useful, can't profit from it superpower.
Right.
If you didn't listen to that one, go back and check it out now. But mine was the ability to flatten people's tires slowly over a few minutes and they drive like assholes. And John was to turn off or their battery in their cell phone to go to 0, right?
Right. When they're talking with the phone.
When they're talking loud and voicemail. Yeah. So again, Jason G came back with his. I'm going to bring it up here quick so that I don't get it wrong. Give me just a split sec. I should have been more ready to go.
God damn it, dropping the ball.
Yes, I really did. Hold on a sec, folks.
Well, thanks for commenting, Jason. That really actually we appreciate it. We ask people to do it all the time, and you're the only one that's done. So thank you.
Yes, you're the first one yet, so we really appreciate it. Shout out, buddy. Emitting small EMPs for the similar reasons as both of your powers. Genius.
Oh,
it encompassed
like localized EMPs.
Localized
that would be
EMP
fantastic.
to the he didn't say to the person's device, but that would make the most sense if you could pinpoint, like, you know what I mean? Sniper it on that phone, that speaker, that Tesla. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. It encompassed both ours in a really clever way. So, Jason, thank you for that. That was good. Anybody else who wants to do that, remember, that's at 507-607-ISAW. That's 507-607-4729.
Yes, very much so.
So, on that note, check out everything that is ISaw at isawpodcast.com. There you're going to find our socials, the Buy Us a Beer tab if you want to support the show and be named the sponsor of an upcoming episode. We haven't had one in a while, so anybody's feeling generous, let us know. You could buy one beer or multiple beers. Also, the Be a Guest tab is on there if you'd like to join us for a future recording. And as I just said, you can also reach out with text and voicemails on our comment line of 507-607-4729. Leave a message, and just like Jason today, you might be featured in a future episode. Thanks again, Jay. And that's the biz, buddy. Let's get into it.
Yeah, no, and we were talking about this. We've had lots of conversations about this topic, actually, kind of over the course of our lives.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. So, and it's regardless if you're busy or not so busy, some people sitting around on their asses and the schedules that we have. But we occasionally find ourselves posted up in front of our beautiful TV, the idiot box, the boob tube. I haven't called it the boob tube in forever, by the way.
Yeah, that one came from the Wayback Machine, buddy.
That's Wayback Machine. And since given the variety of programs and movies that you have to choose from now, I mean, look at all the streaming platforms, right? How do you even actually come to a decision on what to watch? It's our new, surfing channels, right?
Yes.
It's surfing the channels. You surf all the
You surf the thumbnails.
yeah, and all the previews and stuff
Yep.
like that. But we don't know if you listen each week because you like our opinions or not. But we're going to get into that into what the masses are watching and give a few opinions of our own. Do you think their opinions are just tastes, preferred tastes?
I think it's a synonymous term given that we're talking about what we're watching.
Yeah.
You know, when you sit down to chill, yes, part of it is certainly taste. Our opinion is the part of what we think someone should watch. Our tastes are what we enjoy. That's the only difference in my mind there. The opinion is telling somebody else, I think you should yes or no, avoid, watch, whatever. Taste is what makes us watch what we watch. So, but just to jump in real quick, man, how or where are you getting most of your streaming content?
Oh God.
I know you're a little more YouTube than I am, and when I say that, probably by quite a bit.
Yeah. We watch a lot of YouTube. We watch a lot of Netflix. Paramount. I can't remember if it's Paramount or HBO Max. We're watching a lot of that.
They have some great programming, man. Yep. It's on my list. Some of the things I was going to mention were on HBO,
Hulu, Disney.
Yeah.
And just because we got we got the bundle with Disney Plus to save some cash.
Yeah, and Hulu and ESPN and yeah.
And it's worked out pretty good, but yeah, we bounce all over the place. We get bored pretty fast.
I'm going to talk about that in a little bit because that is part of the situation now too, right?
How about you? I think you spend a lot of time on Apple TV these days, don't you?
Not a lot of time, but there is a number of programs on Apple TV and movies that I have really enjoyed. I also have a major gripe with Apple TV. But yeah, we've got all the major streaming ones. Obviously Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney. We got the works, right? Paramount. Definitely HBO. But HBO for us is going to be, we don't know what to watch, or one of us knows they're likely falling asleep late on a Sunday or a rainy Saturday afternoon. And we can throw on all the familiar movies that I know what happens. It's fine if I fall asleep. Or you've been meaning to watch this and I don't give two fucks. So throw on that dumbass movie that I've been avoiding for 6 weeks and I'll say I tried to watch it with you. You know what I'm saying? That's HBO for us. Yeah. So
that's probably Amazon for us.
That's probably Amazon for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a gripe with Amazon.
Oh, so I do too.
There will be a few. Yeah, there will be a few unpopular opinions today. Speaking of which, before we get going here, man, a couple of people have reached out to me. I wanted to say it before we got going, but I forgot. That they like the "is it racist" questions.
Is it racist?
All right. So I've got two today. And one of them will require for you folks to pause and quickly do a quick internet search. Have you personally, John, seen the videos of and I'm going to do the hardest air quotes ever to not break my fingers, Indian moon landing, the India space program?
No, I have not.
Okay. I
can only imagine the train wreck.
Let me explain this to you real quick. It looks like an 8-bit video game. They didn't have any images from their lander. I'm going to not do air quotes every time because I'm literally going to hurt my fingers, folks. Mm-hmm. So since they didn't have any direct video, like live to feed video for that, it's just a representation of the lander slowly landing on the moon. And when it lands, the fake 8-bit jets from the bottom just aren't there anymore. Folks, look it up. It's ridiculous. They pan back to what looks like. So this is a 2-part Is It Racist? Okay. They pan to the Indian version of what I would say would be Houston, the mission control, right? I mean, it looks like a call center. I'm sorry. Okay. Is that racist? Maybe. Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
Or just stereotypical, right? But then I had a dark thought that I wanted to give out to the folks here. And again, reach out. Let me know if you think this is racist, folks.
Watch yourself.
I had a funny mental image in my head when I saw this of Apollo 13, where they call back to Houston and go, Houston, we have a problem.
Yep.
And the other person in the cockpit beside him being the one who answers the call.
Oh, funny.
It seems like a skit on Key and Peele, right? Like it just dawned on me. I started laughing to myself in the van. I'm like, well, I'm going to talk about that because that's how my brain works, folks. So,
like he's calling it, and you just gave me that mental picture, and the other guy just picks up and goes, Microsoft support.
right, yeah. Hello, this is Jimmy. Like, wait, what? You know
You
what I
have a
mean?
virus on your computer. Can I
They
help you?
look at each other like, do you have a problem? Like, yeah, I have a problem. And then it takes them 2 or 3 seconds to look at each other and realize, like, oh, god damn it. Like, I'll call back. Never mind. So, anyways, that's the first one. I'll come back with the second
Funny.
as it races later. But let me know, folks, if
Oh,
that's
that's
racist.
great.
What do you think is, I mean, how much time do you think people are spending watching? When we say TV, folks, this could also be television, but the vast majority of people now are watching streaming services or YouTube or the internet. Like it,
Right.
commercials are pissing people off. It's the biggest thing, right?
Right. Well, none of us. So with me traveling, right? I'm in the hotel. I don't get streaming platforms, right? Unless I'm not going to watch my streaming platforms on my computer when there's a TV in the hotel room that I'm probably just going to fall asleep to anyway.
You can
Right.
just share it right to the TV, right?
And I don't even do that because I don't even like messing with that bullshit. Some places you can, some places you can't. I'm not staying in some super fancy that I can stream it to the TV. But I'll sit there and I'll watch, some documentary or History Channel or something like that. But yeah, the fucking commercials, man. And every fourth commercial is a prescription commercial, which just drives me batshit crazy. I don't believe that's fucking right. They shouldn't be advertising fucking medical prescriptions at all.
We talked about it when we complained about it in the podcast maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
We're one of only 2 countries that even allows it on TV. It's crazy,
Yeah,
right?
that's fucking nuts, right? So yeah, I mean, the commercials just annoy people. Some commercials are great, but it's the same shit on repeat over and over and over again.
Yeah, so this number actually surprised me and disappointed me a little bit. I checked various sources to see if this was right, and they came back with very, very similar numbers. So this one is from evoca.tv. That's EVOCA. 85% of people are now watching online TV or streaming service content daily.
Right.
If you're watching that, you're probably not watching satellite cable TV.
Right.
Except for very specific things, which I think sports are probably the only thing still keeping them kind of alive, and baby boomers.
Ooh, and that's barely, man, because I mean, Disney's got ESPN.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
it's barely,
that's
right. Barely.
I mean, they're just chipping at the tree.
The only reason that it works out in the favor of local cable companies, and I just had the thought just right now, is a lot of times on the online services, your local games are blacked out because you can watch it on local TV.
Right.
So if somebody is a fan of the local sports team, they probably still have basic cable to watch the Twins play or the Vikings, or pick your hometown team of choice.
Right.
I've dealt with that myself. It's only fortunate for me that I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan and I live in Minnesota, so they don't black them out here. But the local games, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is part of it. So according to these folks, like I said, 85% of people, I mean, that's a big number, right? That's a big number.
Well, you can watch it on your phone. I think that's what helps.
Oh, anywhere.
Right.
Right. Like it's so any of your devices now, right? It's just so simple. And they're saying that viewers spend on average 1 hour and 22 minutes each day enjoying their favorite shows and movies.
Dude, I got a way higher number.
Okay, so please let me know, because that seemed low, and it was so low. I'm like, fuck, I watch a lot of TV.
Well, my research is showing that people are averaging 6.5 hours a day. 6.5 hours,
right,
of just watching streaming services.
So I found that one. That was including, from what I read, that was including digital content. So that might have been scrolling Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. This was actual shows and movies.
This was
maybe you could argue with me. This is why we do independent research, folks. We get different answers sometimes.
So 43, the average American household consumes 43.5 hours of video per week across all devices. Right. Is what mine said. So, but I still think that's fucking closer than.
It sure seems closer than an hour and 22 minutes, right?
Right.
Now, that being said, if you are watching, let's say you're watching what would on TV be a sitcom. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Even the streaming service versions of that still hilariously to me follow the 22-minute format so they get the commercials in.
Right.
That's 4 shows
Yeah.
with a little break in between to get, take a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever.
Right.
4 shows an evening, 4 episodes. Okay, sure. Or a short movie and you watch the rest later. Like I can see that being an average. The problem is that means there's a bunch of people that are watching nothing on average on a daily basis.
Well, and that means that there is a bunch of people watching way more than that,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Like double that, triple
Yeah,
that.
so I think that number is low. But again, that's from a guy who, if I don't have anything to do in the evening, I'm watching 3 or 4 hours, 3.5.
Typically, what would I say I'm watching on an average week?
Obviously
It's
different
probably
summer
way
and
more than
winter.
that. Oh, for sure, right? And I think during the summertime, yeah, I'm probably watching, I don't know, probably 3, 4 hours a night at minimum.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know about
because
you. I come home and I fucking thought all day and I want to turn on the boob tube and not think for a little while.
oh no, that's absolutely it. And I game. My house is a gaming house. I mean, so there is something streaming on 4 to 5 different devices all day long.
Oh, yes, your
Right.
Wi-Fi is screaming,
Oh fuck, dude.
screaming.
I
Yeah,
think
for
the
sure.
last time I checked, I had 32 devices on my Wi-Fi just in my
Yes,
home.
scream,
Like
just
it's
screaming. Yeah.
just cruising. But I mean, the wife's home all day. She's working. She's usually, if she doesn't have phone calls, she usually has something streaming on her computer. The
Right.
kid's got something streaming on hers.
And she runs her business from home, so
Yeah.
obviously she's on the go, right? Like, yeah, if I did that, I'd have something going too, mindless in the background, new episode or whatever. Like, yeah,
Well, and that's the other part too, right? Because a lot of people are just playing something to have noise in the background.
yes.
Like that's all it's for. They're not actually watching it. They're just having it play. Which YouTube is great for that because it'll just keep playing videos for you. It'll just bounce to the next one and just keep noise playing.
Okay, let's bring that up now then. That was something I was going to ask you. It was down my list here, but how do you feel about the autoplay? Not on YouTube because that's different, right?
Mhm.
But on a streaming service. You happen to
So
fall
you're
asleep
talking
at 20
about
minutes.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon does their autoplay. I
Yeah,
think they're the only ones that do autoplay.
uh, I have a couple of alternative media sources that are plugged into my TV via a little device that also does that.
Okay, for sure.
That shall not be named, right?
I don't
But yes.
I don't mind it. What's your thoughts on it? It doesn't bother me at all.
If it plays through the end of what I'm watching, okay, that's my fault. I left or fell asleep, probably the latter. It then here's where it bugs me, okay? It then will play what it thinks would be something similar based on what you just watched.
Right.
How many times has that screwed up my algorithm because I wanted to fall asleep watching a stupid troll movie because I know it's dumb and I won't pay attention, and now it thinks I like troll movies and the like.
Right.
I see it in my algorithm. It definitely screws it up. By the way, side note, goddamn dog. I cleaned off these glasses and she licked me when I went upstairs. Now there's just a dog lick in the middle of my vision here.
That's fucking great.
Sakes.
I wish that so the autoplay doesn't bug me, like I said. I wish that if I'm watching a movie, say it's a movie of a series of 3, right? Say I'm watching the first movie of the series of 3. The problem I have is they don't always play the second movie, almost never. They play some other random movie. Be like, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna autoplay, play the second one. Play the third,
Okay, I'm gonna fire back. I understand your point. I heard you. But if it is an autoplay, what percentage, we're not gonna look it up here, but what percentage for your just edification do you think autoplays are that are someone who fell asleep?
Oh, 50, 60%.
They probably thought ahead on that. And if you started to watch a movie in a series, intentionally didn't start the movie in the series because they know you meant to watch it, so they just give you something similar.
Yeah, but then
Just a thought.
if they did it in the series, it wouldn't fuck your algorithm so bad.
I do agree with that. That's excellent point. Excellent point. I like it.
But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, no, it's all right. So we'll a couple more stats here. We'll move on. Netflix clearly is the most subscribed streaming service.
Mm, it is, but it's not, because Amazon is in more households because of Prime.
Oh, certainly, but I mean, just through my experience, and folks, feel free to comment on this all you want. I think that Netflix's content is vastly superior.
It is. It is. I'm interested to see what Amazon does the next few years, because they have their live TV section
Yep.
and stuff like that I take advantage every now and then. I'd like to see that one get expanded out a little bit. I have my own beef with fucking Amazon.
Which is,
So my biggest beef is I pay so much for Amazon Prime, right? And we utilize the shit out of it. We really do, right? There's a package showing up to my house all the fucking time.
yeah.
Right. But if you're gonna sit there and charge me $130 a year for Prime, and then charge me an additional fucking $4 a month to get rid of the fucking ads, fuck you. Now I'm paying it, but it still pisses me off that I'm paying for that fucking.
We've mentioned it before, but I still agree. Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have to fucking pay that extra money because I'm paying for Prime already.
Have you? I only had the opportunity because we mentioned it recently that my missus will go on her regular Amazon account to shop for things and then occasionally forget and buy them there when she could have buy. We talked about it.
Right.
I have gone on a couple times just to see, like, okay, the problem is it's Amazon ads a lot of the time.
Right.
Stop.
Right. With the little QR code on the side here, if you want to buy this. Have you ever tried
with
to
the
skip
QR
them?
codes? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unavailable at this time.
Oh, dude, it just screws everything.
Fast forward and reverse, unavailable at this time, or everything gets jacked up, like you said, right? The only thing I will give Amazon some credit for when it comes to the streaming services, they are onto one great thing. And they're not exclusively doing this, but they do it, in my opinion, the best. I will see a movie that's in the theaters now that I want to watch. I'm going to give you a prime example that I'm going to bring up here in a little while. I will be able to check and go, okay, it's $19.99 to rent tonight. Nuh-uh.
No, I've got credits, bitch.
Next week. Well, no, well, that too. Also, you get credits sometimes too. But next week I check, it's $14.99. I just got to be patient for another week. And then when it gets down to a reasonable level, I'm like, I want to see that movie, and renting that right now on a Friday night, chilling with the missus for $5.99. That's a fucking deal. Sold.
Right.
But also then my brain goes, that means it'll be free in a couple weeks.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with it. I do like that you can get either in theater movies or recently released ones on the cheap because they bought the rights or the streaming rights or whatever. I love that.
Right. I think it's interesting how Netflix is going with how well they've done with creating their own shows, right?
Mhm.
The movies and stuff like that. They are phenomenal. Like, they're hitting it out of the fucking park. They're spending money on them. Like, they're doing a good job. I'm really impressed with them.
All right, we're gonna keep going on topics here, but now that you say that, as we go here, let's have some recs. So you're talking about Netflix. They have shows that aren't in what would be my dopamine brain's usual lane that I surprisingly enjoy. Okay. So my biggest recommendation to people right now, if you're like me, if it's fantasy or aliens, I'm probably going to give it a go, at least to see for a few episodes, right? The Witcher was excellent. I'm rewatching it right now.
It's fantastic. I haven't watched season 5 because they pissed me off.
You know what? So what John's talking about, folks, is Henry Cavill, Superman, former Superman, was the Witcher for 4 seasons, and then due to scheduling conflicts, whatever, he was replaced with another dude.
Yeah, for the last and final season.
When you see that as a fan of something, you really, really hate it. The guy imitates his voice perfectly. An episode and a half into the new guy, you don't love it, but you can live with it.
Yeah.
Promise. Promise.
God damn it. Okay.
I hate when they replace a character. It's the worst ever.
Right.
But this one, they did it well. Again, the guy does a really good impression of Henry Cavill from the first 4 seasons. So,
right.
But that would be my recommendation on a Netflix, like, kind of fantasy sort of one. And
absolutely,
not to be a man, not to be a pig, but the female star in that, Kaya Zaya. Anyway, she's the main character witch.
Yep.
mean, her transformation to hunchback to beauty is, I mean,
It's phenomenal.
it's unparalleled.
Right.
It happens episode 3 or 4. I'm not going to ruin anything for you folks, but it's a Hunchback in Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, where all of a sudden she's just lovely, and you didn't even know how pretty that lady was until they fixed her up. It's like, oh my God.
Right. And it is such a good series to watch because you actually have to watch it because they bounce around so much. You actually have to sit down and watch it. That is not something you play in the background.
Missus, look, my missus is not a cinephile by any means. Halfway through season 2, she looked at me one evening and went, "Who produced this? Quentin Tarantino?" I'm like, "I know, babe. It's the keep track."
Right.
Yeah, they do bounce around a little bit, right? Which, in my opinion, on that note, it keeps you engaged with the show, I think.
Yep. And you have to.
All right. So I just gave you a rewatch. Do you got a rewatch suggestion, something that's been out for a while that you've seen that you've watched again or be willing to watch again that people might enjoy?
Dude, honestly, I am, as of right now, I will always throw down Game of Thrones. Always.
Yeah.
Bar none. That is we watch it every year, at least twice. Go through the whole damn thing.
It's goddamn excellent. It's a great show.
Yep, that is and I think everybody out there will agree with me and probably sitting there going, "Yeah, give us something that we don't fucking know, John." Like,
yeah, that's true.
As of right now, the rewatch that we're doing right now is we're actually going through a bunch of the Marvel stuff.
I just did it myself, sir.
Yep. I mean,
just did it myself.
We've covered the gambit. We've got new Spider-Man coming out soon, so we caught up on rewatched all of the Spider-Man, not just the new ones. We watched all of them.
Oh, not Tobey Maguire, all of them.
Yeah, watched it.
Oh,
and it's great, and it's really great. I'll tell you this. So calm down. I understand.
Just threw up my mouth a little tiny bit. Keep going.
I understand where you're coming from. It's great to watch that the changes happen and see where they've taken it from Tobey Maguire now to Tom Holland. Watching that and just you appreciate it a little more when you watch them all like right back to each other.
When you factor in the story arcs change, the air quotes universes change, the CGI gets so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I can't disagree with that. Let me sidetrack here for a minute. One of my funnest movie memories, years and years ago when the first Tobey Maguire Superman came out.
Sure.
It was a big event. New Superman, new CGI and all that. So a bunch of us on a Saturday afternoon went to see it. Nothing else to do. It was a rainy day. And a pal of mine, when he has his first sort of breakdown moment when his Uncle Ben dies,
mm-hmm.
in a dead quiet theater because everyone has taken in the emotional moment of Uncle Ben dying.
Right.
My buddy goes out loud for everyone to hear, "I thought I was seeing Spider-Man, not Spider-Woman." You heard a sporadic laughter start around the group, and then you heard a few whacks of what I assume was girlfriends and wives whacking their husbands. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's not funny. Like, hadn't thought about that in years, man. Thanks. So we talked about the time that people spend. We kind of already got to this a little bit, but I want to go from the corporate ownership streaming service side of it for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find in my research of what is the most watched content right now is one of the worst dumpster fires I fell into on the internet in the last year.
Don't go down that road. Oh my God.
You can't, because you don't know who you're looking at. It's a bunch of random blogs and vlogs. You don't know how slanted they are. You don't know if the streaming service owns them. It seems to me, and I wanted to get your opinion on this, the only way to really see, and then I have a side note, what the most commonly watched things are is to go to the individual streaming services and look at their top 10 this week list.
Right.
And shout out to the services that have both top 10 or 15 shows and top 10 or 15 movies, because I don't want them all mixed together. Yep. I'm in the mood for a show tonight, an episode or two. Oh, no, I got 2 hours to kill. I'm in the mood for a movie. So
I love being able to separate things out, even if they don't have them, but being able to, click over to the side and go, I want my movies. I want my, it is, I think the thing that makes that so hard though, is that what you choose to watch across any of the platforms, it's so personalized that there's no way to put a pin in it.
That was going to be my point. I checked both my wife and I's algorithm a couple times the last couple weeks on the thought of doing an episode about this. The top 10 in hers and mine, there was a bit of overlap, but not everything.
There is no overlap between me and my wife. None
Okay.
whatsoever. They will be they are completely different shows.
Yeah, there was a couple 3 shows or movies that were the same, and that also just led me to believe that that particular streaming service or 2 that I looked at might have been pushing those because either they spent a bunch of money or they want to make a bunch of money, blah, 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 blah.
I have another beef with Amazon that we'll get to.
Okay.
But anyway, continue on. My brain is fucking everywhere.
Right. That's what I was saying. That part
Bear
of it
with
is so
me.
slanted to try to figure out which shows were really, really popular.
Right.
And in my head, when it came to movies, the programs that the streaming services make, there's no way to figure that out. It's what they're going to feed you. You don't know if it's the top 10. It's the top 10 they think you're the most likely to watch and not go to another platform, right? I can live with that. And I try to think like, okay, what is the real basis of, okay, what is popular? And then my brain went, well, box office dollars for movies. But then I thought, well, inflation.
Yep.
Just as something, I mean, the Odyssey, we all know Christopher Nolan's Odyssey is going to break all the records.
Oh, I'm going to go see that.
I'm going to go see it too. Movie night with the missus, which I'm going to come to here in a minute. Definitely going to go see it. Theater movie for sure. I don't want to watch it at home, right? I want to see it IMAX, comfy chair, feet up, bring me food. I'm in. But also, that is today's dollars. If you adjust to Jurassic Park, which shout out R.I.P. Sam Neill.
Right.
Sam Neill. All the great memes of the dinosaur going to his grave and laying down. It's actually kind of sweet in a way.
Right.
But when you adjust those dollars, that was maybe just as big. I know they say that they're doing that, but it's like, yeah, but have you, while you're looking up what I can see you furiously typing there, John, as you do that, have you seen any of the memes talking about Matt Damon yet when it comes to the Odyssey and whatnot?
No,
So
I
there's a
haven't gotten any of those.
Oh, okay. So it's coming because it just hit my feed the other day. So it shows a picture of Matt Damon dressed up. So characters from the movie, right? Still shot in the Odyssey, in The Martian, in Saving Private Ryan, and in one other movie that it's going to dawn on me. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Interstellar. And it says the movie industry has spent $793 billion or whatever, $1 million trying to bring him home. Matt Damon home.
Yeah.
Man, the internet is clever. Like as soon as I saw it,
awesome.
like money. How did I not think of that money?
That is great.
Yeah. What were you furiously trying to look up there? The inflation factor on some of the movies, or
No, I was actually trying to figure out most popular shows per streaming platform. And it did give me a list.
All right.
Of per streaming platform.
Since we said that we're not promoting Netflix in any way here, I'm going to get to my favorite here in a bit. I'm sure John has his own. What are they saying? What are you looking at?
Apple TV, it's Silo and the Severance.
So let me jump in as you tell me if it's okay. The missus and I watched the first season of The Silo. Rebecca Ferguson's a fantastic actress. The show is really interesting. We liked it, but not so much that we started watching the second season yet. But that's going to be a point later of there's almost too much to watch. Continue. So you said Severance?
Severance. Yep.
I've heard it's great. I haven't watched any of it.
Gotcha.
Have you watched either of those?
No, I haven't.
No. So it is Foundation on that list?
Nope.
Okay. Folks, if you have that service, Foundation is based on a book series. I talked about this months back on the podcast, but I don't mind rehashing. By Isaac Asimov. This guy invented the word and the term robot.
Oh yeah.
For a mechanical humanoid.
Yeah.
Sci-fi series, Foundation, all this. Fantastic sci-fi series. I will give Apple credit. Everything they do is visually amazing. They throw money at locations and sets and CGI.
Sure.
All their programs are like, oh my God, it looks so amazing. And they're doing justice to some things that need that because they're supposed to be set in very futuristic ways. So
Sure.
But I digress.
I am firmly against Apple TV.
here's my big
I'm firmly against
You're
anything
you're
Apple.
also you're an anti-Apple guy, which I kind of get, right? Also, here's another big one gripe I will have with Apple, even though the stuff is great. If you go to their top 15 today,
Mhm.
11 of them are things that came out 2 or 3 or 4 years ago because they put out content, big money, popular content, but they don't put out a lot of it because they're too
Sure.
busy spending money on all the things,
Well, fair enough. Fair
right?
enough. I can get behind that. I can understand that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's they don't put out regular stuff. They put out good stuff occasionally. Like,
Right. And then Paramount, we're looking at Yellowstone universe, the Dutton Ranch, anything with Yellowstone in the Dutton Range, right? And then South Park, SpongeBob SquarePants. That's their top three
that's their top three. So,
on Paramount.
have you watched any of the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch stuff?
No, I've wanted to. I've been kind of holding off, and only for the reason of we just haven't actually paid for Paramount yet.
Right. Yes,
That's the only reason.
I acquired a Paramount account. We watched Yellowstone, the missus and I. It was good. I can see what the hype was all about. I didn't love it enough that I'm gonna jump on to watch the Dutton Ranch. Sometimes the spinoff is a bit much for me.
Yeah, they've had
You
a
know?
lot of spin-offs of that one.
Yes, one of the characters went over to Marshall's, and one thing I will say, I know that you are a Marvel slash Star Wars guy.
Mhm.
Are you a Star Trek fan?
Yes, right.
Paramount Plus is the home of all things Star Trek. That is one thing I love about it. That definitely
Really?
falls
Do they?
into the comfort movie. All their new series that they had come out,
Mhm.
and the cartoons.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of new iterations on Paramount of the Star Trek universe. If you like that, Paramount Plus is for you because everything from day one until all the new shit is there. We do watch quite a bit of that.
Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
with the exception of I believe it was on Netflix for some random reason, but don't quote me on that, folks. They had a spin-off called Section 31. Terrible.
Yeah.
That's on the don't recommend list, folks.
Don't
Yeah,
recommend.
yeah. If you're a Star Trek fan and you see that, don't watch that. It's awful.
So I'll have the lynch mob after me after I say this, but South Park, I've never watched a single episode of South Park ever.
I have watched full episodes. I've watched about 5, and I'm vaguely familiar with some other key points to it. I'm aware of the song Blame Canada because a bunch of people I worked with over the years changed it to the ringtone when I called them.
Yep.
I'm familiar with the Canadians on the show, Terrence and Phillip, whose heads just open and a little like. I'm aware of some of the references of the show, but yeah,
Right.
and it's strange because I like a cartoon show, and I just never got into it. Every time I watched a few episodes occasionally because we didn't know what else to watch, I laughed. It was all like once I realized it was all very timely, very poignant. Everything in this week's episode just happened. They
Mhm.
write it and do it and pump it out that week. It's all topical.
Mhm.
Hilarious. But
Yeah.
I just never got into it.
I can't get into I just can't. Like I've tried and I'm like, okay, I'm officially bored. Fuck this shit. Like I'm out.
And
I've
that
never watched an actual, and I should say I haven't tried to get into it because I haven't watched a full episode at all. I've 5 minutes, maybe. Like
okay.
it's just like,
That
okay, this
might
is
be
retarded.
that might be one. So that it brings up a point I'll say right now. Okay. Stuff I had in our list, we'll just bebop around here. I would say you might want to just give it a full episode or two so you see the full progression in the arc and don't go back. Start with this week's episode. That shit that's in the news right now.
Yeah.
That's what I really thought was amazing about it. And it should have encouraged me to want to watch it more. But again, I don't. Yeah, it's
Right.
all very topical. I think you might actually enjoy that one. So here, this brings up the what, if you were to think about it for a minute, is the show that so many people told you have to see this, and you just never ever did. Because you get that, right? There's so many shows you can't watch them all,
Oh,
especially if it's a long-term series and your missus or the husband doesn't like it, so you can't watch it together. So you just never make the time to watch a random long-term show.
honestly, it's Yellowstone.
It's Yellowstone.
It's
Okay.
Yellowstone. I've
I
never
thought that
seen
might be
any
what you said.
episodes of Yellowstone. And I was told that I have to watch it because one of my coworkers is like, the way you talk and carry yourself and how you are is just like this dude on the show. And I can't remember what the dude's name is, but they're like, you would put on a cowboy hat
Oh,
and
hold
you
on.
fucking nail it.
Hold on. I know exactly who they're talking about, but I'm not going to tell you until you watch the show.
Okay, fair enough.
I know exactly who your coworker means. You're right.
Yeah.
Put a cowboy hat on you. Yes.
And
Tell your coworker when you see them. I know exactly who they
retired now.
mean. Oh, he's retired now. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one because
confirmed by other people that I work with. After
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said
That's
it to him.
I know exactly who they're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, look up a picture of John on our website, folks. You'll know who we're talking about if you're a Yellowstone fan.
It's funny.
Yeah, mine was Breaking Bad.
I never watched Breaking Bad either.
I never saw any of it. It was weird because Sons of Anarchy was such a phenomenon at the time.
Yep.
I know I
love
watched
that
all those,
series.
right? And everyone who I told I liked that show, and then they found out I didn't. They're like, if you like that, you have to like this. Okay, maybe. But isn't that the way of there's so many choices now.
Right.
You're going to have more of those conversations like, oh, I can't believe you haven't watched this. I'm like, yeah, I only watch so much TV. I don't have all the fucking time in the world. Like, give me a break.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and again, I made the point earlier, but I kind of want to drive it home because I think it's important. If it's a super popular show, it is likely going to have multiple seasons. And
Yep.
if you and your people that you're watching the show with, whether it's wife, husband, kids, friends, whatever, if everyone isn't into it, you probably don't have the time to, on your own, watch a long-term multi-season show without your other people. There kind of needs to be
Right.
a little bit of, okay, we're in this shit together.
Oh yeah, and dude,
Sometimes
fucking,
no, right? But
yeah, there are times like I'll start watching something and be like, hey, you want to watch this with me, baby? And she'll look at it and she'll watch it for like 10 minutes. She's like, I don't fucking like this. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna click off of that one and I'll watch that one by myself. No problem. And she watches shows with it. Now, Netflix cheating applies to every streaming platform. You cheat on your spouse on a show, that's some bullshit, dude.
all right, folks. I normally don't say this, but I know there's some 50 million people listening or anything. My personal Instagram is REV MACK. I don't know. I recently just reposted something about this of a guy who came in and it
Yeah.
looked like the wife was cheating, and it turned out she had watched some episodes.
2 seasons.
Yeah, she's like, how many? He's like, how many times?
How many
She's like,
times?
2 times. He's like, 2 times. She's like, 2 seasons. It is real life. It's Netflix cheating.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that's
a real thing. Yeah. I wonder. I'm gonna
It's
try to
not
look
something
this
to
up
split up with.
for a future episode, but I wonder how many overly reactive people in this world have split up or divorced because of that. I wonder if I could even find a statistic about that.
Dude, if there is somebody,
There's definitely been
my God.
breakups. There's definitely been relationship breakups, not marriages, probably. There might have been a couple, but there's definitely, couples, partners that have broken up because the other person watched a show without them. It's definitely,
dude,
happened.
get the fuck over it.
It's
You're
crazy,
just-
right? But
I think if somebody actually breaks up over that, they're looking for a reason to fucking exit.
or they're so fucking crazy, you're lucky to be rid of them.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You're batshit crazy. Get the fuck out. Yeah. So on Max, I'll continue on the list.
Yeah, keep going.
Max, House of the Dragon, Rick and Morty, and The Last of Us. The Last of Us I love. That is my recommendation. You have to fucking watch it. I don't care who you are. And
It's great. It's great.
Yep.
great.
And House of the Dragon is good as long as you make it past like the first season. It takes a little bit.
The first season is really story building. Season 2 is excellent, and we're a few episodes into season 3 right now.
I haven't watched any of season 3.
So, side note to that, will you watch if something's released weekly? Which, by the way, the places that release something, the streaming services that release weekly, fuck you. Just give me them all. I want to binge them. I fucking want to binge them.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Weekly. So, will you wait a couple, 3-4 weeks, or the whole season before you watch it, or will you watch a weekly show?
We just did that with a show. What were we watching? The Rookie, which is another fantastic show.
You talking about Nathan Fillion, the rookie?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And I think we were just maybe it wasn't The Rookie. Shit, I can't remember which show we were watching. I'm second guessing myself all over the place here. But anyway, we were just watching one and we're like, no, let's watch this as they come out. Normally we'd wait, and then we're like, no, let's watch this and it just pissed us off. It just totally, I'm like, motherfucker. And the way they ended it just sucked. Like,
Yeah, the cliffhanger used to be the fun of, oh, rub your hands together. I can't wait to see what happens next week on XYZ, right?
right.
But now we had so many opportunities for the binge that it changed watching culture in a really profound way.
Right. Well, and then what sucks too is when you've got to wait so long for another season.
Sometimes it's fucking ridiculous,
2 years.
dude. Sometimes it's years. Fuck that. Like,
fuck you.
right. Or we'll touch on a point I had for later, but we'll just touch on it quick. We'll move on. Or it's a great show and you really enjoy it. And then you find out while you're waiting for the next season, they fucking cancel. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Get fucked.
So what's worse in your opinion? When they, and I have an example of both, when they cancel a show that was great and you don't see any reason why I couldn't keep going, but clearly they weren't getting the watches and views that they wanted, right? Or when they decide to do that and they wrap everything up real sloppily at the end and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
I'd rather them just fucking cut ties and not try to cram everything into the last 3 fucking episodes.
That's the way I feel.
Dude, yeah, no, just cut the ties.
Yeah.
Because you lose so much when they're trying to cram so much in. You lose. It's just like
they can't do all the storylines to wrap it up. Right. So they just go, okay, that storyline didn't matter. Stuff that you want to know, they just delete all that.
Yeah.
So I can give you a perfect example. I was invested in 2 shows, both of which I think were on Amazon now that I think about it. The Wheel of Time. So folks, I like magic and witches and warlocks and dragons and fantasy. I enjoy that, especially now that the CGI has caught up to the vision of all the stories, right?
Correct.
The Wheel of Time was great. 2 perfectly good episodes or seasons, and then they're just like, nah, we're just not gonna do it. People weren't watching. Like, fuck, man. Like, you had such a good arc going.
Right.
But you're right. I'm better with that because there was another program which, even though I'm going to complain about it, I highly recommend it because it is very interesting. If you can just look back how quick they fucking wrapped it up. The Expanse on Amazon.
Never watched that one.
Again, they 4 or 4 good seasons, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, they're not going to give us a 6th, so they just wrapped it all up at the end. It wrapped up with a lot of holes, a lot of loose ends, a lot of storylines, right? Messy, but wrapped up.
Right.
Dude, excellent show. Did you ever watch? We just talked about Nathan Fillion. Firefly.
Yep.
The Expanse is serious Firefly.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Did you hear that they're planning on bringing back Firefly?
You know what? I was disappointed as shit because they were teasing this big reveal. It's not Firefly. It's a cartoon.
No. Nope.
Are you sure? You know how you can share images with me? Show me I'm different. Because when they released that big announcement, they said it was going to be a cartoon. I'm like, I don't care about that. Although I like cartoons, but I wanted Fly to come back. John's going to check it out. He might have to edit out a pause here while he looks it up.
Yeah, keep going with what you got going.
But anyway, no, that was my point on that. I was asking you, and you answered me of, yeah, I would rather them just cancel a show than cram everything in. But unfortunately, my example that I gave for the Expanse, they do cram it all in at the end, but it's an excellent program. Again, 4 or 5 seasons of a great sci-fi space, show.
Right.
Yeah, Firefly, if everything mattered, if it was serious.
Oh, motherfucker, why are you right again?
I told
Returning
you, man,
as an
listen,
animation series? Fuck
how
you,
many
I'm not
fucking times
that.
are you going to argue with me?
I'm going to argue with you a lot. I don't trust you, actually.
Say it one more time. That felt real good.
Nope.
How many times am I going to be right?
Nope.
This is on video for posterity. I can just listen to that clip anytime I want.
Nope.
That might be your ringtone when you call me now.
You're just going to clip that out.
That's
funny.
So we talked about, popularity of the platforms or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where I was going with that. It was the fact that you can't really find out what the most popular shows are because it's bought and paid for. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and it's like we said, it's personalized, right?
Almost too much.
Right.
Now, then factor in that I mean, there are, I'll use the word countless movies and programs you can get online. So let's take me as an example, okay? I have one, two, three. I have 7 streaming services and a Fire Stick.
Yeah.
I have, which I have a comment about the Fire Stick in a minute too. I have access to more movies and TV shows and things that I could ever watch if I started tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If I started at Aaron Anderson movie, right? And just
Right.
I could never watch it all.
Right.
It's still extremely difficult to pick something because it's an overwhelming amount of choices.
Yeah, you have way too many choices for sure.
You compared it to the channel surfing from before.
Yep, it absolutely was. It is. And I think we get decision fatigue, right? Like that's a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Where it's just like, I don't fucking care. Just play something. It's almost like you wish your TV was completely voice controlled. You just look at it and be like, play something. I don't fucking care. Like, and it would listen. Right.
Well, and I wonder too, because there's a lot of times that we've talked before. Our devices certainly listen to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I will mention a movie or say a quote from a movie, and then I'll go to look it up, and what I'm sure was on a streaming service for free a couple days ago, which is what made me think of it, and all of a sudden now it's for rent.
Right. Right.
Is it though? Is
Right.
it though?
Yeah.
Before I move on to one other thing I wanted to mention here, well, I got a few other things still. Is there anything that you've seen recently that you would an anti-recommend? Don't watch. Did you watch anything recently that you're like, fuck all of this, don't waste your time?
No, I haven't. Not recently.
No duds.
No duds.
Okay, that's good.
I've liked pretty much everything that we've watched. There's been a lot of reruns in my house here recently. Like I said, we've been going through the Marvel universe and stuff like that, and kind of catching back up. But I will say, by the way, just off of a side tangent, MCU, go get fucked with your event, fucking Doomsday. You're bringing, like, it better be fucking phenomenal because I'm gonna watch it, but fuck you just a little bit.
John,
Just
it is going to be so convoluted.
Yeah.
I love these movies.
Yep.
It's going to be so convoluted.
Yeah. You're bringing RDJ back as freaking as Doctor Doom. Like, come on,
like,
man.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
You couldn't find of all the gazillion actors and actresses out there, you couldn't find a different person to play this character.
and I gotta give props to my youngest daughter because we were upstairs talking about that very thing. Because I pulled up the new trailer that was released yesterday. I pulled it up on the TV and watched it. And she made a good point, and it really does kind of make sense. So basically, they're taking the MCU is the multiverse.
Yes.
There is a version of the world that RDJ goes evil and becomes Doom.
Yes.
And they're combining everything. I mean, they're combining fucking Fantastic Four and I mean, just all over the place, right?
With different characters.
It's the new Fantastic Four
that were in the most recent Fantastic.
Right.
What the fuck's going on?
Right. I did like the fact that they went retro with the Fantastic Four. I enjoyed that.
Okay, so they did it in both the Fantastic Four and the most recent Superman movie.
Yep.
I thought I was going to hate it. I liked it.
I like it.
I thought I was going to hate it. I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
I'm going to put the link to this page that I just found that gives the top 10 shows on all the platforms in the world across 167 countries.
Looking briefly at that list as you're putting that on the notes, how many of those look like Bollywood titles to you?
Almost none.
Okay,
sorry for the pause.
When I get deep in my my algorithms, especially the Fire Stick, a lot of Bollywood shit starts to come up, which I should start maybe watching because they're probably great.
Dude,
that was what I was going to mention to you. So for those of you out there who have a Fire Stick, it's not all in your head. There are soft core adult movies on the Fire Stick. When you read a title, it's exactly what you think it's going to be. Don't second guess yourself. skip that movie. Or if that's your thing, have a good time.
Right.
There's a bunch that you look on there like, wow, that sounds overtly sexual. I wonder what that's all about. That's because it's overtly sexual.
Very much so.
Yeah, side tangent, folks.
Very much
Uh,
so.
what what are you excited about that's coming up? We already talked about the Odyssey. I'm looking forward to the Odyssey.
I'm looking
Christopher
forward to the
Nolan is
Odyssey.
knocking it out of the park these last few years.
I'm looking for the upcoming Spider-Man. That one I'm
Okay.
pretty stoked for.
Okay.
As far as series wise, I'm pretty stoked for the, it's eventually going to get here, but the next season of oh Jesus, I just had it. Bridgerton.
Does this story get better? Oh, Bridgerton. Okay.
Bridgerton.
That was one of the last things I was going to bring up here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Are they saying this is the last season?
I have not heard that.
Okay, I don't know. I was just asking. Maybe we've talked about this before. I didn't want to like it. I was the quintessential meme of the guy who goes,
Yep.
"What the hell are you watching?" And then Flash 2. Is he dating her? Like, I fell right into it with my missus watching it. I'm willing to admit it, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's okay. That one's coming up. That's not a bad call. Couple I've seen recently that aren't shoot 'em up bangers. I just want to get out there so people, if you haven't seen, it's probably a year and a half old now. The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. It's based on the works of Edgar Allan Poe. Well written, well acted. The Fall of the House of Usher I think it's 6 episodes. It's excellent.
I totally thought that was talking about the rap artist Usher.
Oh, Usher,
I'm
no.
like,
No, yeah, no,
why would
no.
you fucking want to watch that?
No. Based on Edgar Allan Poe, the Fall of the House of Usher.
Okay.
And a couple ones my missus had recently turned me on to. Apple cider vinegar. I talked to you about this the other day when we were golfing. Folks, this is a show that shows you both extreme sides of the social media world. One person who is legitimately going through something who turns ultra healthy and this, and they're trying to promote that. And then the person on the other side of the coin, when it's not a spoiler alert because you realize it about 3 minutes into the first show, who pretends they're having a hard time in life, in this case, cancer, and uses the sympathy to gain track. It's a show about the dichotomy of social media and influencers, and it is excellent.
Right.
Anytime a show makes me fucking hate the character, I like it now because I can appreciate not only does it take acting chops to be hated, but also you've got me invested in anger
and bullshit.
Right? You want to just go, fuck that person.
Right.
It used to bother me with shows, and now I appreciate what they're doing. You drew me in. We're all hating this person together. All right. You got me. It's hard to be a bad guy. I appreciate a good bad guy.
That's funny shit. That's great.
So we're not wrapping up, but I just want to hit the last thing that I had on my list, buddy, and then we can bebop around wherever you want. It is a Saturday night. It's raining outside your home, you and the missus or you and your own. You're sitting down. I'm going to watch a show on a streaming service.
Yeah.
We got time. Do you have a go-to snack? Netflix and Munch. What's your, that could be taken in an interesting way.
Right. Yeah. Don't go there.
Go-to snack.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So my wife's 100% popcorn, 100%. And it's got to be the theater butter popcorn. Like
in the bag.
In the bag. Right.
Okay.
And then with me, I don't really have a go-to snack. I just get up and usually I end up with some hot and spicy chip, usually, and just take the bag to the couch.
Cheers. Right. I don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that. Yeah, for a long time, mine was the hot fry.
Okay. Yeah.
I did like a hot fry, but fortunately, the last time my missus was in Mexico, she brought me back half of her carry-on in classic local spicy Mexican snacks from the grocery store. I've been babying those so I didn't go through them too quick. Spicy peanut, hot chips. Yeah, I like the spicy snack if I'm watching a movie. You mentioned popcorn. When's the last time and for me, I can tell you it was quite a while ago, that you had popcorn made out of the stand-up air popper with the little nozzle on the front. You could put the butter in the little tray in the back that heated up while you made your popcorn.
About five, we had one, and then it burnt up.
And then it burnt up.
It had smoked out on us.
When I get off recording this episode, I might buy a cheap one off Amazon so I can make real kernel popcorn now and then, because I used to love a real kernel popcorn. Yeah.
That's good.
All right. So you just go with whatever's kicking around, right? You don't have a specific stash hanging around for a good movie night?
No, I am very particular when I go to the movie theater, though.
Okay. All right. Let's go there. I have a controversial view on this.
Okay.
You hit me up. What's your movie theater go-to?
I have to have, on top of having popcorn, I have to have Raisinets.
Okay. I don't hate a Raisinette.
I love Raisinets. Like, that's the deal.
Mine is close to that. I'll let you know mine, and then I want to see what your reaction is to this. Popcorn, butter, artificial. It's not, calling it butter is actually really unfair, but for lack of a better term, buttery substituting topping,
Right.
Artificial butter topping, right?
With the extra salt.
With the extra salt. Halfway through, fill it up. Halfway through, I'll shake it up myself. We're good. I get one of two things. I get what are the chocolate covered caramel balls?
Rolo?
Not Rolos. Yellow and black packaging.
Milk Duds?
Milk Duds. So I either get popcorn and Milk Duds, or I get popcorn and peanut M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get peanut M&Ms,
you mix it into the popcorn, right?
it's going into
there. You go. That's my boy.
It's going into the popcorn.
Yeah, that's
I
how
can't
you do
take. I can't take credit for that. A buddy of my brother's, Greg, when we were young, turned me on to that. Also, the same guy who, kind of side note, would get actively upset with you if you started eating your snacks before the movie started.
Oh, dude, that's a must. I'm sorry.
No, he was all about, like, he would literally look over and go, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Like, no, the movie hasn't started yet. Like, save it. Like, man, I'm having my snack. Like, no, wait, save it. You gotta wait till the movie starts. Like, I don't have to do shit. Like,
I really enjoyed it. We went to the movie here recently. The theaters recently took the kids to I forget what we watched even. Oh, Toy Story 5. Right. But that's all right. I mean, it's cute. Take your kids to it. It's fine.
It's been done. It's been done.
Yeah, they didn't do a bad job, but it's not that's the one that I'm going to be like, you don't need to actually watch it until it comes out for free somewhere. Like, don't waste your money at the movie theater for it. But our local theater here actually gives you the option to have the fake butter or real butter on your popcorn now. Yeah.
I'm going to say I want the fake butter.
The real butter is actually really good.
I'm sure it is.
Tasty.
I'm sure it is. I just think the nostalgia of the, artificial buttery topping over the years trumps for me.
The aftertaste, if you get too much on your popcorn, the aftertaste of the artificial butter, it like coats the top of your mouth.
Yep.
I don't particularly like.
It's all part of the experience, buddy.
I know.
It's a movie going experience.
And if you do the M&Ms thing, my tip for you, 2 containers of M&Ms, not one, to mix in your popcorn.
Yes.
To get the proportions right.
Would the proportions be correct? Sure. I think personally, that's a lot of sugar with a full, because you're getting a full size drink too, right? Like,
oh, I'm getting a large, dude.
You get large, right?
Yeah.
And I probably, because I don't know if I've ever, actually, you know what? I can say I've never mentioned this on the podcast, I don't think. I love at a movie, sporting event, county fair, whatever, I love nothing better than the cheap steamed hot dog wrapped in tinfoil. I love a cheap.
Yeah, right.
They sell those at the movie theater. Yep. I also have to factor in the fact that I have had that already as well. I definitely had my hot dog waiting for the movie to start. Like, I love a cheap, shitty hot dog.
Right. Do you remember the first time you ever went to a movie theater that you were able to order food at from your seat?
Yes, it was here.
Mine was in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago? Ballpark?
Oh, probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, when they finally started to have them in Minnesota here, that was the first time I had ever had that. I love ordering food right from your seat, although it's the movie theater, so chances are, again, it's all the experience, right? I like going up to the counter, getting my popcorn, getting my drink, looking at the snack aisle, like the rack, right? You know what I mean?
The little rack.
Yes, could I order all that for my seat? Sure. And is it nice? You get to your seat, you have your food, and you go, you know what? Yeah, I want some fucking mozzarella sticks. Like, that's great.
Yeah, mott sticks, cheese. I mean,
Yeah.
pizzas, the whole freaking shebang.
Yeah.
Beer now,
Beer.
like
Listen,
holy shit.
fucking come on. Like, I know they make the joke about it in Quentin Tarantino's movie, Royale with Cheese, fucking Pulp Fiction.
Right.
They talk about that you can get a beer that, yes, obviously the Europeans had that down before we did. Or it's an obvious. Bring me, bring me a drink, not
Right.
just a beer, a drink. You want to get?
Right.
We'll give you a drink, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does
Freaking nuts.
speak to my age though, because obviously, folks, I'm at the point where I got so much gray in my beard, it's almost more salt and pepper. I got the streaks in the side of my head. Nobody's asked me for fucking ID, right?
Right.
But I also pay attention to the other younger people when we go to the movies. I've never seen one of the people delivering beers ask for ID.
Never once.
They might, but
Maybe.
I've never. Or at the movie theater, people just don't try it. They don't try
Right.
to swing for the fence and go, I'm going to try to order a beer and see what happens. Because who knows? Maybe they tried it before and throw you out of the movie or whatever, right?
They probably would.
They probably do. Before we go here, man, I just want to bring up something that we mentioned recently on the podcast, and then we can have our final thoughts here or anything else that I missed that you want to talk about. I promised recently that once we finally went golfing, which we just did this last weekend, shout out to our buddy Pete. Happy
Yeah.
48th birthday.
Yeah.
We had a great time. You shot, did you say it was your personal best?
Personal best.
Personal best, yeah.
Yep.
John had a lovely score. I broke 100, legit broke 100. Was pretty happy about
Yep.
that. We had a lovely day. It wasn't crazy hot. It was a lot of fun. But as promised, we recorded multiple versions of both of our swings.
Yep.
Those are up on our Instagram right now, and both John and I personally reposted it. There's a poll on there. Let us know who you think has the nicer swing.
Right.
We really want to know. There's going to be consequences between John and I. We got something going here. So take
Yep.
a look at that on the socials and let us know who you think has the nicer swing there. It should be up on IShowerAfterWork and our Instagram right now.
Yep. Yeah, we all had a great game. We all broke 100. It was the first time, except for Pete's buddy.
Except for Pete's buddy, who I'm not going to call out, but I was almost going to forget that. I'm glad you pointed out. So, Pete, when you listen to this, as we pulled up to you and your fourth you brought with us, and God love that guy. He was a lot of fun. What a nice hang.
He was a good dude.
He came with us and he had a good time. John said some off-color stuff about a random Cybertruck that just happened to pull up, almost loud enough that he put his foot in his mouth, and I caught at the very last minute that you and your other person you brought with us, our fourth, were talking. I'm like, hey, man, that's the person golf with us. Maybe shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. But it's a Cybertruck.
Again, neither of them heard it in advance. Pete
Right.
hearing it now would not say anything, I'm sure.
Right.
In retrospect, my evil brain almost wishes I could go back in time and go, hey, man, don't tell him. Just let him say what he's going to say. But I'm glad it didn't go that way.
No, but we all had a good time. It was fun. I'm still stoked. I mean, being able to shoot a 96 and an honest 96.
An honest
Right.
96, yeah.
Like being able to break 100 with a 96. Look, I'm no golf genius. I've never shot lower than 110 ever.
You had a
Like-
fantastic day. I shot a legit 99. For people who don't know, breaking 100 in golf, that's a big number for most regular weekend occasional golfers. Like, that's a huge number. Legit broke 100. I will say it was a little bit, what's the best way to say this? It was a little bit annoying that you outdrove everybody nearly every hole.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about films and movies and stuff today. This will be the Wayback Machine, a Disney movie from way, way, way back in the day, I think called The Rookie, where like a 15-year-old kid breaks his arm and has shoulder surgery, and all of a sudden he can throw a 110-mile-an-hour fastball. I think this is what happened with John's neck and shoulder surgery a couple years ago. A couple times we went looking for his ball, and we're like, well, it must be lost, and then it turned out to be 30 yards further than we thought it should have been. You were cranking them, buddy.
Right.
You were cranking them that day. That
I was
certainly
stoked.
helped your score a lot. Your second shots were significantly shorter than most of us. Like, so that was great.
Right.
How do we want to end this? Final recommendations? What do you think, pal?
Yeah, I think each of us can give one more recommendation and then we can close her up. How do you feel about that?
I like it.
Mine is going to be kind of weird compared to what you think my normal viewing is. Maybe not so much you, Jason, but maybe for other people. The live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I've seen the trailer. Is it
It's
okay?
It's really good. It's really, really good. They've done a fantastic job. The CGI is freaking amazing. But yeah, that's my recommendation. How about
I
you?
like it. I couldn't narrow it down to one, so will you forgive me if I give you two?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. One of them specifically because it was something we talked about earlier when there's the occasion that your spouse watches a little bit with you and then goes, nah, I don't want to watch that. When you think, based on your history, they should really like it. The live action version of Halo that is available now on Netflix. You don't need to know the video game, folks. It is a very interesting show. Action, well acted. The guy who's the lead guy is like a meathead, but somehow he's a great actor.
4 seasons?
No, they have 2 out with 2 more on deck.
Okay, that's where I got the 4 from. Yes.
Yeah, that's where you got the 4 from. So yeah, Halo, which is now on Netflix, is great. And also my other one on Netflix, as a comedy fan, this is one of my favorite comedians, but even if I didn't know him, I would love the show. Tires on Netflix, starring Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
It is a bunch of random jokers who work in a cheap tire oil change shop.
Okay. It's kind of like a
raunchy. It's raunchy and stupid and ridiculous, and it's an easy watch, dumb, funny. I can't recommend it enough.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate everybody listening this week. This went on slightly longer than I expected, actually, but it was a lot of fun. Right. Let us know what you're watching out there. If there's anything great that we're missing, hit John and I up, whether it's something new, something coming out soon, or an older show that we should have caught on. Like I said, Breaking Bad earlier that I just never seem to get into. Let us know what you think. If there's something that's interesting to you and maybe we should give it a legit try, maybe John and I will have a watch party recording for the most popular one people mention.
Yeah, and if you throw it out to us and then we watch it, I will give my honest opinion. If it blows, I'm going to call you out on it. Right. Just saying.
And here's one thing that's actually, let me jump in with one final thought that I've mentioned to my missus here recently, and I'd highly recommend other people to do the same thing. There has been a number of shows that I have seen her watching without me that I had to go, hey, stop assuming you don't think I would like this. Ask. If you're not 1000% sure that I'm not interested because I actively said not interested, don't start watching a program that I was saving that I might have wanted to watch with you because you're like, well, he won't want to watch that or she won't be interested in that. No. Ask your goddamn spouse. Don't assume that you know they won't watch it. You might have missed an opportunity to have a good thing to watch together. So
I've done that.
Check out everything that is I saw at IShowPodcast.com. I know this wasn't about the trades this week, but again, sometimes it's just the sometimes it's the table talk. It's break talk.
Yeah.
Remember though that as always that your work keeps the world working. John, thank you very much, pal, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. It's launching.
Cheers.